"We didn't order for you," my dad said, sliding a piece of bread toward me. While my brother enjoyed his $400 steak, his wife smirked. "Be grateful you're even invited." I stayed silent. When the waiter came, I finally stood and said, "Send the bill to the people who actually ate." "Hey Reddit, I'm Damien, 35, and for the last 17 years, I've been my family's personal ATM. Yep, 17 years. Grab your popcorn. This is going to get messy. I work in pharmaceutical sales as a Midwest territory manager. The job pays embarrassingly well, $95,000 base plus commissions that can add another $40,000 to $50,000. I drive a paid-off Honda, live in a modest 2-bedroom apartment, and buy furniture from estate sales. My coworkers think I'm cheap. My family thinks I'm broke. I've never corrected either assumption. Then there's my brother, Colby, 30, the golden child. He runs a digital marketing agency, which, as far as I can tell, is just him and 2 freelancers creating Instagram ads for small businesses, charging them insane amounts for basic work. Yet he has a trendy downtown office, drives a leased Audi, wears expensive watches, and his wife, Chloe, posts as if she's royalty. Chloe, former sorority president, now lifestyle influencer with 8K followers, doesn't work. She posts pictures of her lattes, manifestation quotes, and expensive brunches. My mom treats her like visiting royalty. They live in a renovated brownstone with heated floors and a chef's kitchen. Their mortgage, $3,200 a month. I know because I've covered it twice when Colby's cash flow ran dry. I learned my place early. I was 11, Colby was 6. My parents threw him a massive trampoline park birthday bash. Spider-Man, custom cake, the works. I asked if I could bring my best friend. My mom looked annoyed. "Damien, today isn't about you." Don't be selfish, I stayed home. My dad handed me $15 for pizza. I ate alone, listening to my mom's voicemail fill with praise for Colby's party. Nobody asked about me, nobody cared. That became my blueprint. College fund? Gone. The year Colby needed a private high school with lacrosse. Graduation party? Canceled. Colby had a playoff. First car? I paid for my used Civic with overnight shifts. My dad got mad. 3 months later, he bought Colby a Jeep and bragged he'd been saving for years. I learned my role. The invisible son. Emergency roof repair. I paid $6,500. Colby's wedding deposit, $12,000. Chloe's totaled car, $2,800. Dad's surgery bills, $4,200. No one thanked me. Colby posted pictures of hard work and blessings. Chloe tagged my mom thanking her for generosity. I became a ghost. My friend Evan called me a doormat. I kept giving, believing one day it would matter. 17 years. That's how long I clung to that lie. 4 months ago, my mom called. "Dad wants the whole family at dinner Saturday night. Colby and Chloe have exciting news." I knew what that meant. Refuse, endless guilt texts, voicemails, social media passive aggressions. Easier to go. Reservation, Monarch Prime, a steakhouse for deals where entrees start at $65 and steaks exceed $200. I already knew the routine. Dad plays generous patriarch, I pay the bill. Evan laughed when I called him that night. "How much do you think this one will cost you?" "Couple grand," I guessed. "You know they'll never stop, right?" he said. "Yeah, I know, but not yet." Saturday came. Gym in the morning, $8 Vietnamese lunch, emails, football, dressed sharp, drove to Monarch Prime, brick, glass, and leather. I was first. Water, bread, and waited. Family arrived 15 minutes late. My mom in a new dress, dad in a suit, Colby and Chloe like catalog models. They passed me without a word, laughing, scrolling, adjusting hair. No hello, no acknowledgement. Menus arrived. Prices hit me immediately. $28 to $55 appetizers, $58 chicken, pasta, $48. I decided on the pasta, cheap, filling. Dad? He was going all out. Ribeye with truffle butter, bone marrow. Mom scallops with caviar and lobster tail. Colby and Chloe? Massive steaks, whole lobster appetizers, extra sides. Then they looked at me. "Dad, Damien doesn't need much. He's trying to save money." He slid the bread basket toward me. "We didn't order enough anyway. This should be plenty." The table fell silent. I stared at the bread. Colby smirked at Chloe. She giggled. "Honestly, you should be grateful your dad even invited you." I pulled a piece of bread, chewed slowly, ignored the rest. Lobster arrived. Massive entrees appeared. None for me. I sat, calculating. Roof repair, wedding, medical bills, mortgage payments, numbers stacked up, bread basket in front of me, $400 steaks in front of them. Colby leaned over. "Damien, if you applied yourself, maybe you could eat like an adult." Chloe laughed. Mom smirked. Dad didn't look up. I nodded, silent. Let them enjoy it while it lasts. Dessert came, chocolate the size of a softball, 4 spoons. They devoured it in minutes. I watched. Finally, the check, $3,184, for a meal I didn't touch. I stood, chair scraped loud, closed the folder, slid it toward my dad, and told the waiter, "Give it to the people who actually ate." Silence. Mom stammered. "Excuse me?" "Yeah, excuse you," I replied. I walked out, past the bar, the host stand, into the October cold. Hands steady, heart calm. 17 years of holding my breath. Finally exhaled. Sat in my car, engine off, knowing exactly what was happening. I had finally mattered to myself. The waiter was standing there, holding the bill. My dad's face turned red as he stared at the total. My mom glanced around nervously, worried what people were thinking. Colby was probably fumbling for his wallet, realizing his card wouldn't cover half of it. My phone buzzed. Text from Mom. "Get back here right now. Dad, don't humiliate us like this. Fix this immediately." Colby, "Are you kidding me? You're embarrassing us." Chloe, "Grow up and pay the bill." I read them, let them sit. Then I opened my contacts and blocked them all. Click, click, click. Every single one. I started the car, drove slowly, taking the long route through downtown, past the river, past old neighborhoods. No rush, no No calls, no expectations. I parked, climbed 3 flights of stairs, and sank into my couch in the dim light. For 17 years, I thought staying quiet was keeping peace. Paying for their meals, bills, emergencies. That was family, right? I believed that if I gave enough, they'd see me. That maybe I'd finally feel good enough. But sitting there, bread basket in front of me while they ate $400 steaks, it hit me. Years of guilt and patience snapped. I was never their son, never their brother. I opened my banking app, scrolled through automatic payments. Dad's yacht club, $385. Colby's business loan, $850. Mom's spa, $175. Parents' Scottsdale timeshare, $625. Canceled every single one. Every confirmation felt like lifting a weight off my chest. Moved to my credit cards. Colby was on 2, Dad on 1, Mom on another. Removed them, locked the accounts, changed every password. Then I went through emails, receipts, invoices, payments, trips I wasn't invited on, birthdays I skipped, renovations I didn't even see. Created a folder, started dragging everything in, then the pending charges. 6 I hadn't authorized. Chloe at Saks, Colby at a golf club, Mom at Nordstrom, Dad at a luxury car detail. 2 from Kay's business account, $2,400 total. Disputed each one. Filed fraud reports. Bank confirmations came within minutes. They'd all be reversed. Notifications sent. Perfect. Recurring payments next. Scottsdale timeshare. Used 3 weeks a year. I'd been paying monthly for 6 years. Next payment in 5 days. Canceled it. Deposit refunded. Colby's business loan. $38,000 2 years ago for expansion. I'd been paying monthly, trusting he'd reimburse me. He didn't. Called the bank, updated records, future correspondence, all his problem. By Sunday night, 15 recurring payments canceled. Monthly savings, $3,900. $3,900 I'd been sending every month to people who treated me like a stranger. Monday morning, I drafted an email to extended family, 22 people. I'm dealing with a personal matter. Do not contact me on behalf of my parents or Colby. I'll reach out when ready sent filters set. Anything mentioning them went straight to a folder I'd never touch. I called Evan. He paused, then laughed. Holy hell, Damien, you actually did it. Yeah, I said. Finally, man. Took you long enough. How do you feel? Free. Tuesday, they showed up at my building. I was heading out for lunch. All 4 of them in the lobby, talking to Stan, my building manager. Dad loud. This is a family emergency. We need to see him. Mom worried. Colby arms crossed, jaw tight. Chloe annoyed. I stopped in the hallway, took a breath. This was my home. They were intruders. Stan spotted me first. Mr. O'Brien, these people claim to be your family. They want access. I looked at them. No. Mom stepped forward. Damien, please. We just want to talk. I shook my head. Number. Dad's face red. You embarrassed us. Left us with a $3,000 bill we couldn't pay. You owe us an explanation. I looked him dead in the eye. I don't owe you anything. Figure yourselves out. Colby stepped closer. Don't talk to your father like that. Grow up. Fix this. You are not my problem anymore. I am done with you. Mom's eyes filled with tears. Damien, how can you do this? What happened to you? What happened to me? I snapped. Apparently, I'm done letting you walk over me. I've helped you all for years thinking you saw me as a son. You don't. You see me as a wallet. That wallet is closed. Get out. They froze. Hurt even. That's not true. We dash. I cut him off. Then why hand me a bread basket while everyone else ate $400 steaks? Why tell me I should be grateful to be invited? Why have I been paying for your lives for years with no thanks? The lobby went silent. Stan shifted. Residents tried not to stare. I canceled the payments. Removed you from my credit cards. Disputed charges made without asking. I'm done. Again, sort yourselves out and leave me alone. You can't do this, Dad yelled. I smiled. I just did. Sue me. Colby's voice sharp. You're going to regret this, Damien. I looked at him. I'm really not. I turned to Stan. Please make sure they leave. He nodded. I stepped past them, out the door. Dad shouted my name. Didn't stop. I drove away. Didn't look back. That night I did the math. 17 years. Every receipt, bank statement, invoice. $284,000. That was a house. That was retirement money. Printed 14 pages of evidence. The next week, I watched the fallout silently. Emails went to my filtered folder, but I peeked once. Dad's Yacht Club. Membership terminated for non-payment. Scottsdale timeshare. $1,900 cancellation charged to Dad. Colby. First missed payment notice. One by one, the luxuries I'd been funding disappeared. Uncle emailed, Dad is struggling. Mom devastated. Reconsider. Family forgives, no response. Cousin messaged on Facebook, you're tearing the family apart. You're being cruel over one dinner blocked. 2 weeks later, car keyed. Deep scratches, letters carved, photos, police report. 3 days later, 2 tires slashed. Installed dash cams, $400 worth every penny. Then my apartment, red paint across my door, word traitor. Stan furious. Cameras showed a hooded figure at 2 a.m. Filed another report. Cop warned me about targeted harassment. I documented everything, considered a restraining order. Then work. Someone called, pretending to be a client, filed a fake complaint. Boss concerned, explained the pattern. Boss believed me, but tension lingered. Next, online reputation. Fake Facebook profile using my name and photo. Bizarre rants about abandoning sick mom, stealing from Colby, refusing help, friends texting worried, reported profile, gone after 3 days. Damage done. I called Evan. Dude, lawyer up. These people are insane. He gave me Julia's number, a family law attorney, restraining orders expert. I called her the next day, met at her office downtown. I brought everything, the spreadsheet showing $284,000 in payments, the police reports, the whole mess. She went through it carefully. Then she said, "Damien, this is clear-cut harassment. We can file a restraining order, but you need to know, it's going to get worse before it gets better. Are you ready for that?" "I'm ready," I nodded. "Good. Let's make them face consequences." We filed restraining orders against all 4 of them. The petitions were meticulous. Every incident documented, every police report attached, photos, the spreadsheet of financial exploitation, screenshots of threatening messages from extended family members referencing my parents. The court date was set for 3 weeks later. In the meantime, things escalated. Someone spray-painted my apartment building. "Damin O'Brien is a thief," in giant letters. Stan was furious. Security footage caught a dark SUV pulling up at 3 a.m., someone stepping out, doing the damage, and leaving. The plates were obscured with mud, but I knew that SUV. Colby drove a dark blue Audi Q7. I sent the footage to Julia and the police. Then Chloe made a critical mistake. She posted an Instagram story showing the vandalism, captioned, "When karma comes for people who abandon family." I screenshot it before it disappeared and sent it to Julia. She smiled. "They're making this too easy." The harassment didn't stop. Someone filed a false complaint with my HOA, claiming I was running an illegal business. The board found nothing, but I had to attend a hearing. Then a dead rat appeared on my doormat. I documented it and filed another police report. Then Colby came to my office. I was in a meeting when my assistant knocked, looking uneasy. "Someone named Colby O'Brien is in the lobby. Claims it's a family emergency." I excused myself. Colby was there in jeans and a wrinkled shirt, hair messy, looking like he hadn't slept in days. His face twisted when he saw me. "We need to talk." "No, we don't," I said. He stepped closer. "You're destroying this family. Mom's on anxiety meds because of you. Dad had to sell his boat. My business is failing because you pulled the loan payment. Chloe's pregnant and stressed." "That's not my problem," I said. "You owe us, Damien." "I don't owe you." He raised his voice. "You need to leave now or—" I pulled out my phone, started recording. "Or what? Call the police and add another incident to the restraining order petition?" His face went pale. He looked from the phone to me. "You're really doing this. You did this. All of you. Now leave." He walked out, got in his SUV, the same one from the security footage, and sped off. I sent the video to Julia immediately. That night, my phone rang. Unknown number. I almost didn't answer, but I did. It was my mom crying. "Damien, please. Your father had to take out a loan. We need help. We need you." "No, Mom. Move on. I'm not your bank anymore. You let Colby and Chloe mock me. You've used me for 17 years and never asked how I was doing. Now you're vandalizing my property, harassing me at work, and you want to talk about fair?" She was quiet. Then, "If you don't help us, we're going to lose the house. Then you'll lose it." "How can you be so cruel?" I said. "I learned from the best." And I hung up, blocked the number. The court date arrived, and it was satisfying. The courthouse was cold. Julia met me outside, briefcases full of evidence. "They're here. All 4. They've got a lawyer, Preston Ward. He'll try to paint you as vindictive and controlling, but don't worry. We're going to bury him." Inside, my family sat with their expensive suit lawyer. The judge was a no-nonsense woman in her 60s. Preston Ward went first, spinning a story about me being controlling, cutting off my family without warning, vandalism unproven, fake Facebook profiles anyone could make. Then Julia stood up and destroyed them. She walked the judge through the $284,000 in payments over 17 years, the Monarch Prime dinner where I was handed a bread basket while they ordered $3,000 worth of food, the harassment that followed when I finally said no, the keyed car, slashed tires, vandalism, fake social media accounts, dead rat, Colby showing up at my workplace. Security footage, Instagram posts, unauthorized credit card charges, HOA complaints, fake work complaints. Everything lined up. Preston tried to object, but the judge shut him down. Then she played the video of Colby at my office, threatening me. The judge sat back, staring at my family with utter disgust. Dad couldn't resist speaking. Preston tried to stop him. Dad launched into a speech about raising me, giving me everything, and now I was abandoning the family over one dinner. The judge cut him off. She asked if he'd handed me a bread basket while they ate steaks. He stammered. Then she asked if I paid for the dinner. He admitted I hadn't. She showed the $284,000 in payments. Dad went red, tried to backpedal. Her voice was ice cold. "Restraining order granted. All four prohibited from contacting me directly or indirectly, no closer than 500 feet from my home, work, or vehicle. 2 years. Restitution for property damage ordered. Mom cried. Dad looked stunned. Colby furious. Chloe staring at the floor. Julia smiled. That went well. I nodded, exhausted. We prepped for the restitution hearing. Julia hired Tom Rogers, a forensic accountant with the instincts of a shark. Every expense calculated: property damage, security upgrades, lost wages, legal fees, emotional distress, $32,000 total. My family's lawyer tried to fight it. The hearing was in front of the same judge. Tom testified, walked through every receipt. Julia had me testify. 17 years of being the family ATM, the dinner, the harassment, how it affected my life. Colby insisted on taking the stand, immediately ranting about my jealousy and manipulation. Julia let him hang himself. Then she asked one simple question. Did you vandalize your brother's property? No, he said. Julia showed the footage. Colby froze. I let someone borrow it that night. Friend. I don't remember. The judge didn't waste time. $24,000 awarded, 4-way split, due in 90 days or wage garnishment. Dad protested. Judge shut it down. 3 months later, a certified check arrived. I deposited it, donated half to a financial literacy nonprofit, used the rest to finally take a trip to Japan. Quietly, no social media, just me experiencing it for myself. When I returned, life felt lighter. Restraining order in place, no violations, phone number changed. Work improved. I finished the year 15% over quota. Bonus. Life moved forward. Sometimes I think about that Monarch Prime dinner, the bread basket, their panic. But mostly, I remember sitting in my car afterward, blocking their numbers one by one, the quiet that followed. That was the moment I chose myself.